20 toys you'll want as an adult. Legos for adults. Legos were a big part of my life growing up, as it gives huge amounts of room for creativity. If you haven't been playing with Legos over the past few decades for fear of looking like a child, a solution has been created for you. Now you can spend Saturday afternoons building some of the most famous landscapes and pieces of architecture ever built, like the Louvre, the Trevi Fountain, UN headquarters, or as you can see from this picture, the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo. I got your back. The 5-layer Rubik's Cube. Ever since its creation, the Rubik's Cube has frustrated more than one person during its lifetime. In case you are one of those nerds that could actually solve the puzzle in just a matter of minutes, you have now met your match. Let's see you try this 5-layer cube on for size. You'll either be able to solve it eventually, or it'll be spending a lot of quality time in that bottom drawer of your desk. Build your own best friend. Growing up can be hard. You have to get a job, pay bills, and most of your friends move away and you grow apart. With today's technology though, no one should be alone. And with this robot kit, you can build your very own best friend. You build the robot, program it to do things you want, within reason of course, and voila, a best friend. Just pay attention and make sure it doesn't start to say things like how it's gonna have a zoo full of humans. At that point, I think you need to contact customer service, or the government, either one. The bathroom games. By now, we've all seen the portable golf game you can play while handling your private business. But this game is something new. Now, you can spend your morning sitting on the john shooting hoops. Just make sure you got good aim though, or you might lose the ball after the first shot. Then you would just be sitting on your phone like the rest of us. The Star Trek chess set. This isn't just any normal chess set, this chess set is in 3D. Try your luck at this crazy version of the old-time game. Does Captain Kirk save the day this time? You'll have to play to find out. The newest remote control car. Remote control cars have been out for a few decades now, but nothing can compare to the newest model, which you'll want to go out and buy today. Usually, with remote controlled cars, you can go forward, backwards, and if you're lucky, sometimes sideways too. With this version, however, you can choose to impress both your kids as well as your friends when your remote control car starts driving up the side of a wall. For only $22, you can be the talk of the streets. Mini laser tag. These guns aren't super tiny, but they are still small enough to shove in your pants pocket or your purse. Turn your boring office into the ultimate laser tag war zone. Set up designated safe areas and be aware of your boss's location. Who in the office is gonna get the high score of this classic? Only $20 per gun, so everyone has to cut out coffee for 1 week. Game on. The Boredom Killer. Sitting at your desk all day working sucks, believe me. However, the time has come for you to kill your boredom and waste time all at once. This is a tabletop version of basketball, the sport you used to love most. Now, instead of you staring out the window longingly, you can just pull out this beauty and start shooting hoops. If your boss comes by, you can just pick it up and store it in a drawer. He'll be none the wiser. The Star Trek drone. Drones are a big thing out there right now. There are so many companies that are trying to cash in on this gold mine. As a customer, you really are in the best boat, simply because there are so many different types, styles, and models to choose from. You can make your drone as customized as you want. With this model, however, there is no customization needed. You can pilot your very own USS Enterprise from Star Trek. You'll make all your friends jealous. Just keep flying it right above their heads, just out of reach. The Hovercraft Kit. Wingardium Leviosa. No, you don't need a spell for this magic trick to work. It's all science. Spending hours creating and then recreating levitating structures. Impress your friends or co-workers with your dope skills. This is definitely something I could waste some time on. At just $30 per kit, it's the cheapest way to practice magic on Earth. The Tiny Arcade. Having an arcade in your house means you must be a millionaire, right? Well, not anymore. Now you can get this tiny arcade that fits in the palm of your hand. And don't worry, it's not just a tiny model, it's a real working machine. You can choose to play one of the 6 preloaded arcade games, including the infamous Flappy Bird. Just $60 will buy you endless hours of entertainment as you try to get the top score. Good luck. Superhero sleeping bags. I know, the title alone just sounds like a kid's toy, but hear me out. These Marvel-themed sleeping bags were designed and made for adults. I know, it's a dream come true. Now the only challenge you'll have is which superhero to choose, or you can drop the bread and buy them all. And that is exactly what my plan is. Show off your inner superhero today. Your own go-kart. If you have ever had a chance to race around in a go-kart, you know just how fun it can be. Toys R Us brings us this grown-up version of that favorite pastime, if it's still open that is. This is the Razor Crazy Kart XL, and it cost $800. While that is still a pretty steep price tag for a shiny new toy, it is a lot cheaper than buying a real car to race around in. Finally, you'll be the king of your neighborhood zipping around in this thing. The next level Nerf gun. This Nerf Sentry gun is the next level of your defense against the unknown. You can buy this contraption from MikeShouts.com. Just make sure to invite me whenever it gets delivered, and we'll have an ultimate showdown. Pillow weapons. Given the opportunity, kids will do things like throw food and have a pillow fight. You can play a big kid version of this classic pillow fight with these stuffed weapons. Whether you aim for your kid's head with the battle axe because they didn't clean their room, or you run after your wife swinging the nunchucks just for fun, you'll have a blast with these harmless weapons. Bowling with giants. If you've had the strange opportunity to bowl with a couple of giants, the game you would be playing probably looks something like this. Even though I'm sure none of us are actually bowling with giants, you can still up your summer barbecues with this giant bowling set. Don't worry, each piece is filled with air, so you don't have to worry about a bowling ball chasing you down Indiana Jones style. A 3D Doodle Pen. The 3Doodler Pen is the tool you'll want if you've been dying to try out one of these 3D printers, but just can't afford to shell out the several $100s it costs to get one. You can find this smaller, simpler version from the Sky Mall for a much lower price point. No longer will boredom be able to sneak up behind you. With the world at your fingertips, you can create anything you could possibly imagine. The Snowball Launcher. Playing with toys like Nerf guns and water guns was a really fun pastime as a kid. The only problem with those types of toys is that you really can only enjoy them during the spring and summer months. Now, with the Snowball Launcher, you can shoot things at people all year round. The Snowball Blaster Pro not only makes the snowballs for you, but it launches them up to 80 feet away. It's only $30 at fancy.com. I'm adding this to my early Christmas list for sure. The ultimate paper airplane. I know when I was a kid, I used to make a ton of paper planes and race other kids to see whose plane flew the furthest and the fastest. And I'm sure most of you also enjoyed this pastime. Now, with today's technology, you can create the ultimate paper airplane. At Urban Outfitters, you can find a small device that can be attached to any pre-made paper plane. Once attached, the device connects to the app on your cell phone, and you can remote control your paper airplane. This is a game changer. A mythical creature doll. Move over, Furbies, there's a new doll in town. These adorable little stuffed creatures are the things fantasy dreams are made of. An artist by the name of Santini is the creator of these fantastical creatures. The one in this picture is made to look like an Inari fox, while others are created from different aspects of different creatures. Each fur baby is made by hand, and they take between 3 to 4 weeks to complete. Not only are these stuffed animals absolutely adorable, but they are entirely unique and would make for the best conversation topic. Sign me up for one of each.